So in lesson 3, I want to share some of the rhythms that I've been learning from teachers all around the world. People have been using drums to bring communities together for thousands of years. When you hear a drum going on in your village, you think something exciting is happening, and so you usually go and figure out what's happening. In West Africa, a lot of the times you hear that rhythm and you know what's going on because each rhythm has a specific meaning to it. So if you can recognize the rhythm, you'll actually know what's happening. If you woke up one morning and let's say that you were in the Ivory Coast and you heard the Madon rhythm. Then you may not recognize what that rhythm means, but if you've ever been to a wedding in Africa, that's one of the wedding rhythms. Or if you woke up one morning and you heard a birthday rhythm, or this is how you knew what was going on. It's kind of like the internet of the West African village, but they send the signals through the djembe drum. Now, there are a lot of drums that are used in the ensembles, but we're going to focus on the hand drum patterns. And so the first pattern, I actually thought I'd share a little song with you. And this is a song that is translated from West African tradition that you'll hear the word havise. And havise means harvest. And this is when people are coming together from one village to another to help take in the harvest. Then they keep singing the song, they go to the next village, and it's about working together. So the metaphor behind this song is about how great it is when people, the metaphor behind this song is about when we come together to do something greater than we can do by ourselves. And so it also gives us a chance to work on keeping a steady pulse. Before we start adding a lot of the embellishments and the fancy rhythms, let's just concentrate on doing something with that pulse that we learned in an earlier video. So I like to use the bass tone at first, and we'll just keep a steady, even pulse. Try not to go too fast. Feel free to play along with me. If you have a djembe, that would be great to play. Or you could tap in on your lap. You can play on a desk, wherever you want to share your rhythm. So I'm going to set the pulse. And then I'll sing a part to call and see if you can make the response. Ba ba la goomba la goomba la havise. Try your other hand. Go. Ba ba la goomba la goomba la havise. See if you can add another body motion. Hey na 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 havise. Other side. Hey na 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 havise. Here's a quick challenge round. Havise, 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 havise. Oh yeah. Now, some of the reasons that I wanted to share that song with you, I'm known for my drumming, not my singing ability, but there was a lot that happened there. One, I was keeping a steady pulse. Then I was thinking about making an even, consistent sound on the djembe. And the other thing that was going through my head were some of the musical ideas. Where did I leave the spaces? Where did I sing certain lines? Did I sing them in the right length of time? We'll talk about the phrasing and how to put these songs together, but I wanted to give an example. Now, if I was not doing that as a song exercise, the rhythm that I would play would be something a little bit spicier. In future lessons, I'll offer a mild, a medium, and a spicy part, just depending on how complicated you want to get. I always want to make a simple rhythm that everybody can play along to, but then I want to challenge you to add a little bit more of a challenge, and then if you really want to embellish it, I'll give you some professional tips to create those rhythms. But the rhythm that I use is probably one of the most popular rhythms from all around the world. I think about a lot of things, but the easiest way for me to teach rhythms a lot of the times is with a musical sentence. I very seldom meet anybody that doesn't like ice cream, and that's the way that I remember this rhythm. So what I want you to do is take your dominant hand. Let's just place that in the center of the drum. That's going to be our bass note, and then on the edge of the drum, we'll play the tones with your non-dominant hand. And if you're left-handed, it'll look like this. So, and I recommend as a drummer trying to balance both hands. So even if you're not left-handed, try it that way and see if you can keep the sound the same. So for this rhythm, say it first to create the rhythm. I like ice cream, I like ice cream. I like ice cream, I like ice cream. So just a little short segment of that. In the future, I'll give you some play-along tracks so that you can really stretch out and maybe even let me keep the rhythm for you while you solo and sound great. I'm Jeff Holland, and in this lesson series, we're exploring how to have fun with hand drums and sound like a professional.